Here, oh man, we are in a situation here at the start of our descent into Avernus campaign. Um, uh, Basically, the recap is that the heroes here had really been sort of blackmailed into investigating on behalf of the Flaming Fist situation regarding a number of murders that had been happening throughout the city of Baldur's Gate in the name of the Dead Three. Since then, this led the players on a hunt that took them to right under the Van Thamper Villa, the home of one of the Council of Four that that rules and kind of governs Baldur's Gate. And so they came down here, and what they discovered was that the the kind of religious leader of El Terrell, the missing city of El Terrell, was here, being held here, Thavius Krieg. And when they met him, didn't really have the necessarily the appearance of a holy man. He had this kind of demonic shadow that was on the wall. He was borderline very defensive right from the get go upon meeting the heroes, and so not sure how much of that story we've really played out in terms of what does he know, what's going on with him, but clearly he knows something about the disappearance of that city. Maybe has even had some kind of involvement in it, one way or the other. The heroes had tied him up. Oh, it's probably bears mentioning too that there are two NPCs with the players that they had rescued from a prison. A woman named Rhea, who very young, very eager, sort of naive. I don't know. Aplos and her maybe have a lot in common. She's a do-gooder, and she's belonged to the Hell Riders, these knights from El Terrell that were displaced when the current tragedy befell the city. They're also joined by a man named Fallister Fisk, who hails from Candlekeep, and he told you that his predicament, how he found himself to be here, is that his master, Sylvia Savikas, sorry, I was having a hard time with that double S. She is a sage from Candlekeep that sent him here because he's looking for a puzzle box, something that is holding a contract that she believes Thavius Krieg made with an infernal deity, entity. So that's what his reason for being here is. So you've captured Thavius Krieg. You were making your way. You did some battle with some cultists that likely are in Duke Van Thamper's employ, and you were making your way. I think a couple of those cultists had kind of gotten away, and so I think your objective, you're trying to put some distance between you and them, and you came down this passageway underneath the villa when Duke Van Thamper herself appeared. This muscly woman who's you traded some words, and it became very clear she was not going to listen to your words and allow you to leave. You know too much, and so we are going to probably begin right here with an initiative roll, and normally I roll those, but since it's the first thing that we're doing, go ahead and roll your own fate.
Oh boy!
Alex, can we get a quick map share too, please?
Oh, sorry. Yes. Should be popping up there for you.
Oh!
That was
Oh!
a good initiative.
What? No! It's wasted.
Nice.
The only one of the night is wasted.
Uh-oh.
Well, going first will be very good.
Yes.
So, it looks like initiative is set. Laurel, you are up first.
Alright, so... Cool. Who do I? Okay. I am going to go ahead. I will give this a shot. I'm going to go ahead and check the range on this. 60 feet. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and raise my hand and point at Van Tamper and just start whispering in a foul, evil-sounding language, and I will cast Dissonant Whispers.
She succeeds on the saving throw. She'll take half the damage.
Alright.
Alright, you hit her with the spell. And you can see, like, she kind of grimaces a little bit. She's just, you're going to have to do better than that.
Well, that is my turn.
Oh,
I
sorry.
got nothing for that.
I got trigger happy there. I should have let you pass your own turn. Aplos, it's your turn.
Okay, quick question. The door that's just ahead and to the right opens away from Aplos or towards Aplos? Out into the hallway or into the room?
Into the room.
Okay. We're going to step down. As we're going past, we're going to shoulder that door and hopefully it opens.
It does. 1 second. So the door creaks open, and inside you see there are 4 wooden wardrobes that stand against the walls. They're all closed, and then there is a door to the north there.
Cover. Here. And then he'll take 2 more steps forward. And he will channel his divinity and summon a group of spectral vines around Duke Van Thamper, possibly holding her in check. And that will be a dexterity or strength, her choice check. And the DC is going to be somewhere in the number area.
She gets a 17 strength.
That's going to be a bit better than mine.
So vines kind of start grabbing at her. You can just see, like, with effortlessly, this frail old woman just is ripping these vines out, no problem.
This will be problematic. And then he just sort of settles down where he is for whatever's about to happen.
All right. Bryn, it's your imp's turn.
Oh, alright. Imp will go... We should probably give this imp a name eventually, but this imp will turn invisible. And let's see. I think the imp has a... I forgot what this fly speed of this imp is. Well... I think invisibility is an action, and then 30... So it's gonna move right up next to Aplos.
Okay.
Invisible.
All right. Rhea Mantlemorn, this kind of freckle-faced, very young, probably 19 years of age, human. I think somebody gave her a weapon.
Quarterstaff.
Quarterstaff. So she goes tearing forward, and she says 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. So he pushes right past you, Applos, and she says, Go! I've got this! I'll hold her off. And she takes a swing with that quarterstaff. She gets a crit. Smacks her right in the face. Cracks her for a big 11 points of damage.
Nice.
Oh,
And as she does that, you can see Duke Van Thamper. She gets hit, and then her eyes kind of light up this infernal brimstone red, and flames just shoot off of her body and wash over poor Rhea, who will make a dexterity saving throw, which she fails.
Oh no.
Rhea!
And she takes a big 14 points of fire damage.
Mm.
And you can see Rhea stumble back, but she's not deterred. She comes running up again and tries to smack her again. Again, with a pretty good success, she gets a hit and deals her another 6 points of damage.
Nice.
Good job, Rhea!
That's better than us.
And she's just looking back. She's like, "Run! And she looks actually right at Lorem, because she says, "Lorem, you beautiful bastard! You get on out of here! I'll save you!"
Yes, that charm.
Evangeline, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to listen to Rhea, and I'm gonna move up just to where this corner here. I can go 30, right? Let's see. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna move to like right here. Can I still shoot from like right around here? Cover. Like right there.
Yeah. What kind of weapon do you got?
I have a a short bow.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. So then I am going to take a shot with my short bow. And does Fisk count as a party member that I can use for my sneak attack? Is he included in our little?
You mean Rhea? Yeah.
Oh, it's Rhea there. I thought it was Fisk there, but yeah, I don't see Rhea anymore. Okay,
Rhea's right up by Duke Van Thamper.
Okay, I see Fisk next to Van Thamper, but I don't see Rhea for some reason. Oh, that's Krieg. Okay, never mind. Hold on, I think I'm looking at. I'm sorry.
Down.
Thought that Van Thamper. Well, okay, I see.
Yeah,
see now.
she's down at that
Yeah.
intersection.
Yeah, okay. I thought the T was for. Okay, I'm good.
That makes sense, right?
I didn't see it on my map. Okay, I see her now. Okay, so I am going to take a shot then at Duke Van Thamper now that I know where she is, which is helpful.
Nice.
Oh!
Nice.
That's how we do
Yay!
it.
You always want the rogue to sneak attack
Yeah,
or a crit. You get that sneak attack.
and the crits.
20 points of damage. She stumbles back as your arrow pierces through her chest.
And then I say, "Take that, you old hag!" And I'm also going to help Applos and just say, "Just keep at her." And that's my turn.
Duke Van Thamper kind of calls out, "Old hag, am I? Well." And she steps back, actually, and Rhea's gonna take an attack of opportunity. And she hits.
Nice.
But then Duke Van Thamper raises her hands, and you see she shoots out several Eldritch Blasts. One of them, actually right at Rhea. And she hits Rhea the 21, dealing 6 points of damage. And another Eldritch Blast down at Lorem. But an 11 will miss. And then she starts moving down this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This is going to get a little dicey because they've got the two maps split. So I'm going to be sharing with you another map that you could basically line right up with this other one if you needed to. So she's gonna end up on this other one, and be right there.
It's right here. Okay, got it.
So does it stand to reason that if Evangeline keeps going east, we'll end up on this east map?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We're
I'm
not
gonna try to
figure out
line
the
it up
third
for
map. Okay.
Wow, he's doing pretty good on the stream. He's got it lined up pretty well.
It's like playing a little puzzle.
Oh.
All right.
And you thought the puzzles were just for the players.
Yeah, right. Thanks, Fantasy Grounds. All right, Bryn, it is your turn.
All right. Are we running?
After her!
Oh. Okay. Okay. All right. I guess I'll move up 30 feet.
30 feet closer to death, right?
Right. I'm gonna pass past Laurel, and as I'm walking, I'm gonna like look backwards, like shooting a very menacing glance at him.
It's the way to the exit!
Bonus action, I'm gonna cast Hex on the Duke Van Thamper, and then I'm gonna cast an Eldritch Blast.
That will miss.
Okay, I guess it's my turn.
Thavius Krieg. Is trying to pull away from Fisk, but is he's got a hold. Fallister stayed put and made sure to retain a grasp on him. And you can kind of hear Fisk say, "You're not going anywhere, not till we find what you've been up to all this time, Thavius." And you can hear the grunting of the old man and frustration as he's trying his damnedest to pull away. And Lorem, it is your turn.
Alright. I'm going to 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna run up here next to Bryn and yell, "Duck!" And really, I mean to say cover your ears, but I don't say that. I'm gonna cast Shatter on Van Thamper here. Fingers crossed.
She fails.
Yes! Alright, let's roll some damage. It did not do anything. Alright, come on, come on. Oh, you don't like that, Fantasy Grounds. It's just like weakly dropping the dice.
So there it goes.
There we go.
Ah, pulled out.
Rubble and debris like falls down and is dropping down on her as she holds her hands up to try to cover some of the devastation. But she's still
Alright.
on her feet.
I will then ooh. I will go ahead then and end my turn there. Yes.
Aplos.
Aplos becomes charging up and cuts the corner. I think that's either 25 or 30 there, depending on whether I had to pay double to get through Bryn. Can I
Yeah.
reach the Duke there? Or am I need one more?
I think you'd need one more.
Okay. So it all comes down to my favorite move,
Yes!
long sword throw.
The trademark happens.
So Aplos is running up. He's like, "I'm gonna," and he doesn't get quite close enough. So he just takes his longsword and hucks it like a dart. And just before he does, he will use a bonus action to cast Ensnaring Strike on his attack. So I'll roll a d20 for the attack, and it's a 12. And I would very much like to apply my Bardic Inspiration, which is a d6.
I will. It should be. Abilities, Bardic Inspiration, D6.
Which is not amazing, but
You will hit.
13. Nice. So
That one came in clutch.
yay. So she needs to make a her choice, strength or dexterity, against my ensnaring strike, which I can do by. Oh, you got it. All right,
She
cool.
gets a 20.
That's gonna pass. So that does nothing, but she takes some damage. What damage would you like from a thrown longsword?
Piercing.
D.
Oh, D4.
D4. And I get to add a plus 2. I do 3 of the damages to her.
Alright.
And I look a little foolish.
Hey,
You hit her.
that's okay. You
Yeah.
clipped her. She felt that.
She's the one with the arrow out of her chest, so.
Mhm. All right. Imp's just gonna move up here. Still in vision.
Rhea kind of pushes past Laurel. She makes her way onto the other. She's on the other map at this point. Right next to Van Thamper. That's a dash that she has to do to get there. Evangeline.
Okay, so I think I want to move east, but that part, if I move east, that part would be on the east map, and it's not visible.
Let
so-
me reveal that. Basically, you'll see. Oops. Well, I probably revealed a little too much, but you can see on either
still can't see
side
it.
of the. It'll be just a moment, but
Okay.
on the left-hand side of the trench, you'll see that there are 3 unopened doors that you have not explored yet. On the right-hand side, from your character's perspective, on the right side of the chasm, the southern part of the tunnel, There is a set of double doors there that are open because there was a cultist that you had seen flee into that area.
Okay. And then, okay, so I can see also where it dips down there. I see. Okay. I am. I think I'm just going to try to dash across as far as I can to try to make that turn later. So, yes, if I do dash, does that give me 60?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, that puts me like right there. Oops, it did not like me doing that. Hold on. It's like, no, you're not going there. Yeah, it won't let me move onto the other map.
You want to be on the other map? I can drop you on there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm like right on the other side of those double doors.
Like right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
Do you
since
look-
I am
do
like,
you look in the double doors at all?
yeah, I was gonna say I want to just kind of take a glance in those double doors.
Absolutely. You will see things.
Carefully.
Alex was a little too eager.
I know. I was like, I don't like that.
Oh no, a star! That can't be good.
Yeah.
It's Texas! Hooray!
It's just a matter if you want to see what's about to jump onto the tracker or not. You want it to be a surprise.
No,
You can see that inside of there, it's very clearly kind of got a temple-like feel. There are 2 rows of tall wrought iron candlesticks that light the vaulted chamber, each one bearing 9 flickering candles. At the south end, where the star is on your map, is a 7-foot-tall statue of an angel with white glowing eyes and a long sword. The statue stands atop a stone dais that rises up 2 steps. In the middle of the room,
Oh no.
there are 4 robed cultists that all seem to be in the midst of having just completed a ritual. There's a 5th cultist that's like in the room and is like yelling at these 4 cultists that there's intruders, but they're all ignoring him for the most part. They're focused on the task at hand. And you can see that as these cultists, they're all wearing these golden, devilish masks. Right before the statue, there's kind of this dark, necrotic, or kind of like this negative energy ball that is humming with energy, and it kind of gives a pop. And suddenly you see this flying, barbed devil flying about the chamber.
Seems very bad. So I see all this and these double doors, I'm assuming they're open. Can I like shut the doors and like put my dagger in and kind of hold them just a little bit? Try
Sure.
to keep them.
Sure. So you're the point person at the door.
Okay. Yeah. And I see this and I'm just like, no. So I shut them, kind of bar them. And I'm assuming that there's not really any way for me to communicate this without alerting people. So I'm just going to kind of chill there, like up against the wall until I can sneak back around to tell people something that's going on.
All right.
And I'm assuming I can't. Can I do the help or anything since I'm like way up above everybody? Or am I just?
No.
That's what I figured. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
this
can't do
is.
anything.
I think
All
you
right, so that's my turn.
You dashed to. You dashed to get there anyway. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Fallister. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, are you thiefy that you have bonus action dash? Can you double dash?
Double
Oh, you're
dash.
rogue.
I'm a rogue. Did I just
You can
dash?
take
You can
You
use
can
the
take your
Could I
dash.
double dash back?
But you could only move another 30 feet.
30 feet. I think I should probably do that to get away from the door
Okay,
as much as I
just-
can. So I'm going to go back at least.
Okay,
30
just so you're aware though, if you're leaving the doors, you're not really guarding the doors and trying.
I'm
to
not
hold
really guarding
shut.
them at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Okay. I'll stay where I am then. Take one for the team if they come, and then I'll go next time.
Fallister Fisk stays with Fabius. Duke Van Thamper
Rip Aplos.
takes a leap over to the other side of the chasm here. Rhea's gonna take an attack of opportunity. And she's gonna hit. And that's a pretty decent crack at Van Thamper, but she's still on her feet. And again, Hellish Rebuke at Rhea, who makes her saving throw, so she's only going to take half the fire damage, but it's still a decent amount of damage. Duke Van Thamper then gets to right here, casts Eldritch Blast twice.
That's my move.
How dare she?
And she's gonna do that at Rhea. One's a miss, and the second one is a hit. Dealing 8 points to Rhea, who kind of stumbles backwards. And then Duke Van Thamper just pushes on this wall and moves into the chamber beyond.
It's not good.
Bryn, it is your turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna move 30 feet up in the direction that Duke Van Thamper went. So I'll be on the second map. 5 feet in front of the Rhea.
Alright, like right here?
On the other side.
On the other side.
Yep. And then I'll just ready an Eldritch Blast for any sign of like a cultist or the Duke Van Thamper coming out of, or in my line of sight. That'll be my turn.
Alright. Evangeline, you've healed, pulling on the other side of the door. Give me a strength check.
Okay.
You're good at those, right?
Yes, super strong, guys. Let's see. Why did I not see strength? Okay, what am I missing? I see sleight of hand, stealth, survival. Where's strength? Is it not under skill?
Actually, just
Oh,
on
It's
your
on the main page.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
Oh!
You're holding the door.
Amazing!
Hashtag Game of Thrones spoilers.
You hear someone on the other side is yelling, "Something wrong! There's someone out there!" And again, another person is pulling on the door. Give me another one.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
It's just like Game of Thrones.
You're still holding it. It's getting harder, but you're giving it everything you got. Then you hear, all right. Actually, give me a perception check.
All right. Oops.
I'm just looking for like a 12.
Well,
Okay.
that won't do it.
You just hear like kind of a general like clearly like a conversation back and forth amongst the cultists.
Okay. And I'm just kind of hoping that people realize that something's going on up there. 'Cause I'm
Nope.
holding
No.
this door and trying not to, alert them too much.
Thavius Krieg again is trying to make a dash for it, but to no avail. Suddenly, Evangeline, you feel the door, like, there's like a streak of flame that like busts through like the opposite door that you're holding.
Oh.
And there's just like it blasts like a piece of the door, like, flies against the wall, and there's just like embers of smoldering bits of wood.
I'm just gonna go, gracious!
Laurel, it is your turn.
I will go ahead and cast from where I am. I'm gonna tuck into this corner, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast a healing word on Rhea.
She
That
says-
will be my turn.
She gives you like a thumbs up. Thanks, boss.
Thank you.
Wait, Bob.
Most devoted employee.
New member of.
Yeah, she's,
Oh, we're always
still,
hungry.
she's still under that that charm effect from the previous session. I don't think an hour has gone by. So.
All hour.
Let's see. That was your bonus action.
That's right, because that is a bonus action. Can that only be cast as a bonus action?
Yes.
Alright.
It's only like
I-
3 words that you gotta say to cast a spell, so it's just...
Yeah. I will, I'm going to... No, I guess that's my turn. I don't have anything else I can do. That'll be it.
Alright, Aplos.
So Aplos will run over to the next map, and he'll cut between his friends, crouching down for a second to pick up his longsword, and then he continues charging along to, I think it was right about here,
Yes.
and he's hoping he sees... There we go.
Right in front of you.
Yeah. So then he takes his sword that he's just picked up off the ground and just swings around.
There's a few others in there, too.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't think I can hit them all right now, but I'll try.
Also, before it's relevant, I realized Hex also gives a disadvantage on an ability check for her.
Ooh.
So we'll just say dexterity for now.
Okay.
Sorry, I tried.
Womp.
Oh. Should have gone with the sound effect. Dude,
Womp. Hi. And then that'll be it.
Also worth noting, you can see that right there where I revealed like a little bit of that next room, that's where the secret door is open
Oh.
into this next chamber.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
So can Apple see into that room?
Not really. The secret door is like right here. So everything that's happening at the door would not be visible from Aplos' vantage point right currently. It is the imp's turn.
Alright, the imp will move, say, right next to me. Gotta take advantage of the magic resistance. So I'll just move the imp 5 feet next to me.
Like, right there.
Yeah, still invisible.
Alright, Rhea is kind of licking her wound. She looks pretty rough. But she's not about to give up and let the team down. She leaps across the chasm. And she dashes to get right side by side with Aplos. She's ready to deal some more damage to the Duke. Evangeline, you're holding the door.
I am. Okay, so where the thing that just blasted out, is that enough that I can duck in and see someone and take a shot at someone? Like, is there any kind of visibility, or am I still?
There is.
Okay.
You would be at disadvantage though on that attack.
Okay, I'm gonna try and take a pot shot.
Because there are some other people on the other side of the door, but feasible that you could do this.
Okay. So that's what I'm going to do.
So you can see when you look beyond these two cultists, there is this flying devil that is hovering around, and I think I've got an image of it here for you.
Oh,
Is it?
do share.
Oh, gracious!
Yep.
And
I'm
sorry, I guess it's not
covering itself up.
Yeah,
It's very tasteful.
Yeah.
like very cat-like. It's actually sorry, I was thinking it was a different type of creature, but it is not flying. It's just it's standing, but it's clearly got like smoke coming out from its nostrils, and you can just tell this is the thing that just blew the hole into the door. So, but you got a shot at disadvantage if you want to take it.
Okay, I'm going to. Also, he kind of looks like the guy on my beer. If you guys can see that. Okay. All right, yeah, I'm going to take a shot at him. Let's see, at disadvantage. And since I'm, like, coming from cover, does that count as a sneak attack, or is that...
I don't think you can get sneak attack when you're at disadvantage.
Advantage. Okay, that's fine.
You've got a bonus action hide that you can do though.
Okay, I got bonus action hide. Okay, I will do that. All right, so I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Well, first give me your stealth check.
Oh, okay. So my stealth is pretty good. Let's see. Oh, okay, that was at a disadvantage somehow, but...
Okay.
It dropped to 18. I don't know if the stealth was supposed to be disadvantaged too, but...
You are not stealthed. So
and at 18, was it?
Yeah, he's got a really good passive perception, unfortunately, so...
Okay.
You can make your attack, but it'll be at disadvantage.
Okay, I was gonna say because it rolled the stealth at disadvantage too because I'd already pushed the disadvantage, so
yeah.
It dropped 18. But I didn't know if that. Okay, that's okay. All right.
21 passive.
I know it's insane. Not great.
If you're shooting at one of the cultists, that would have been good to go, but unfortunately, not the
That's okay. That's okay. All right, here we go.
I don't think it would have mattered.
Anyway,
No.
it's not.
You just go to shoot with the short bow and you just thunk the arrow right in the door.
Oh. Yeah. I'm just like, fuck. Go back to holding the door.
All right. Ballister is hanging on to Thavius. Duke Van Thamper is going to disengage. And she goes into the other room. Bryn, it is your turn.
Okay. If I move here, can I see in?
Yes, you can see those three cultists with the golden devil masks are there. And as Duke Van Thamper went past them, she's like, "After them! Defend me, you fools!" And she goes and ducks around through the secret door.
Alright, I will Eldritch Blast at the middle one. Come on!
That's a miss.
Just everything's fizzling today. Alright.
Okay. It'd be like that sometimes.
Well, I guess in game time it wouldn't be a new day, but oh, do I need to hit the button?
Alright, so the cultists are up next. Again, they are trying to push past these doors. Evangeline, strength check.
Alright.
I think you can beat my 2, but I don't know.
You know, you
There's a possibility,
say
I think.
that, but yay!
Alright, no problem. Cultist 6 here is trying the same deal. Alright, can you beat a 3 this time?
This is
Can only hope.
So you're trying. You've been holding this door though for so many like, and there's 2 of them and 1 of you. It just eventually it was going to give, and so he pushes
wore
it
me
out
down.
enough that he skeeks out here into the hallway. But that was his action there. This cultist here, number 7, moves up, has a scimitar in hand, and is going to try to take an attack at Aplos. 15 will miss. Cultist number 8, I guess we'll have them positioned on the cross hairs there like that. Is going to take a swing at Rhea. I keep forgetting that Rhea technically is not wearing armor. So I think this will still miss though, because she's at an AC of 11. He rolled a 10, so that one misses. This one in the back is just kind of hanging out. There's no room to get up there, so he's like ready to charge forward if need be. But then
Is it for emotional support?
Yes. Thavius Krieg maybe has had his moment here. He rolls a 17 on his strength check.
Oh no!
That's a strong old man.
And
He did knock us over twice.
He kind of elbows Fallister in the delicate bits, and he goes, and Thavius goes trudging off 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Let's see. Evangeline, you can see this old man with his arms tied, is scooting along.
Maybe he'll knock over the cultist.
Oh, maybe so.
Okay. Now things are really bad because the devil comes bounding out. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Now things are bad.
30. Blows open the doors and this thing like leaps out into the sewer hall, grabs onto the wall on the opposite side, leaps off of that to right behind you, Evangeline. And
Oh, gracious.
No.
This
makes
is
an attack with its claw.
just the one.
Yeah.
Oh.
24 to hit.
Oh,
That it will.
You, I think you had some effect on to absorb a little bit of that, some temporary hit points, perhaps.
Yeah, I had like 3 temporary hit points, yeah.
Oh, he hits again with another claw.
Ah.
9 points of a damage.
he's
and
having
then-
too much fun.
The tail is like spinning around
God!
and it's up over its shoulders and comes trying to do a piercing dive.
Oh.
14 hits.
Oh, come on.
10 points of damage.
Remember me.
Get out
This
of
is
there.
why we don't split the
Get out of
party.
there.
I know.
Laurel, it is your turn.
Well, I just hear a ruckus going on over here, so I'm just gonna go 2, 3, 4. I will be on the first square next to the imp on the other map.
Probably giving all the people that are watching vertigo with these two maps just Alright, so you are on the other map.
Cool. I will end my turn right here, and I will go ahead and I can only do bonus action stuff. I will go ahead and cast my last bardic inspiration on Aplos. That'll be my turn.
Alright, Aplos.
Alright, so I will go for the cultist assigned to me, number 7. That'll hit. I will do damage to the cultist, perhaps.
Damage was dealt.
Yay! So he's like, and he's like, and he just gets ready to swing again later. And that'll be it. There is no way to squeeze past it.
No.
Okay. Yep, that'll be it.
Imp.
I mean, the imp school's bad.
Get him, imp!
Let's just move the imp. Right here.
Go negotiate with the devil. He's one of yours, right?
We don't know the devil exists yet.
I know. Feel
That's
that.
a scary thing. Alright, that's the imp's turn. Oh, also, I guess during free action, we'll ask the imp what the imp's name is, so I can stop referring to it as imp.
Shrimp.
Is this a name that I'm coming up with or one that he's gonna reply with your reply?
No, Bryn is asking the imp.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what the imp's name is.
Alright, I'm sure I can come up with something in a round. So he's
Okay.
thinking about it.
God, it takes him a while.
Yeah.
Names are powerful in hell, so you know.
I was
it's
gonna
worth
say,
it.
maybe,
Yeah,
you
good
know, he
point.
might not be so
Good
willing to,
point.
like, tell you. He could
Yeah,
make him
yeah.
do all sorts of things that you don't want to do if you know his name.
Yeah.
Rhea is getting pretty comfortable with that quarterstaff, and so she sees that Aplos has just dealt a pretty mortally wounding strike on this cultist, and she's gonna help out. She goes and she tries to like jam him with the end of her stick, and it's a 16 to hit, which will do damage. She does a whopping 4 points of damage and brings him down.
Nice.
And she brings it back around and tries to smack this other guy upside the head. And she hits. She deals 5 points of damage to him. He's still up. And she looks over in Aplos' direction and says, "Don't worry, we've got this. Torm is with us." Evangeline, it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to take a swing at the Hell Beast right there. With my rapier. And
Bold.
hope for the best.
Oh no.
And can I do a bonus action attack with my offside with my dagger? Is that
You sure can.
Alright, so we're gonna try that again. like stupid hobbies and trying to
Oh my
because this is just not going well. Hoping my struggle is at least noisy. So I'm going down swinging. And yeah, that's my turn.
Fallister Fisk is let's get my map all set up here. He's gonna start running after Thavius.
Murder.
And oops. He makes a strength check. And Thavius makes a strength check. Alright, he's got him held. He's got Thavius. He's kind of grappling with the old man, and there's all sorts of commotion happening in that sector. It's the least dangerous commotion, so no one's paying attention to them. Duke Van Thamper, and Aplos, give me a perception check.
Sure.
Perfect.
Pretty good.
Perfect.
Did that come through? Oh, there it goes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did.
You're fighting. You're busy fighting, but right at the point where Rhea knocked this guy down with her quarterstaff, you've got a view into the other room, and you can see Duke Van Thamper bolt. And you kind of see she gets to right here. She makes a motion like she's pulling a curtain aside or something, and then she disappears out of your line of sight.
Oh, Miss Van Thamper's, Lady Van Thamper's getting away. Hurry! Also, I hear commotion to the north.
Yes.
Much commotion.
Bryn will blast. Oh,
Nice.
Pretty good.
yes. Oops. One attack. Ignore that. Damage. Sorry. And ignore that D6 because it's not.
It's not active.
It's not on this.
Either way, that was on Cultist 8, right? That one goes down.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Excellent. Oh boy. What to do now? Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna stay out here.
Alright. Cultists will now take their turn. Cultist number 10 up here.
Oh no.
We'll have a sudden change of heart and fight with him.
Yes! He's persuaded. By our goodness.
Such tremendous bravery.
Swings with a scimitar right through the doors, deals 6 points of damage to you. The other cultist is doing the same. Scimitar swing. That's a 19.
Oh my god!
No.
And brings you down.
No!
Cultist number 9 here. You can see makes some kind of a gesture that you are unfamiliar with, but then some kind of a religious blessing or prayer or something. Something to embolden him enough to take a charge here, and going to swing at Rhea. But totally flops, like puts himself like right in between the two, Rhea and Aplos with that swing, and is in a very bad spot. Thavius again, trying to get away, to no avail. And Aplos and Rhea, you hear this snarling, bestial sound. This monster is ripping through, bounding through the room to the north.
I tried to hold him off, guys. Very unsuccessfully.
And you can
Something
see it
excited is coming.
right in this big bestial demon devil is frantically looking around and has its eyes fixed on the doorway there. Laurel.
Now we've seen it. You're muted.
Oh, mute.
I still don't know why anything is happening, so I'm going.
It's better that way.
Yeah.
Ignorant voice.
It looks like you guys are handling it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my my last spell on myself, and I'm just gonna cast Healing Word on myself. Now it's my turn.
Aplos.
We're gonna try that longsword. Fall down. Not me. Oh, it's a hit.
It hit!
Thank you.
And that one goes down.
Huh. Huh.
Oh, sweet baby Aplos, no.
Go,
So
go.
he'll rush forward and try and kind of get his shield up and in the way to stop the demon from coming the rest of the way into the room. And then stop there.
All right. I forgot about my assignment here.
Yes.
I feel like I gotta pick something good because I have to listen to this name for probably the better part of a year.
I vote shrimp.
I vote Ipsum.
Bob.
Ipsum's good. I like Ipsum.
Because then we'll have Laurel and Ipsum in the party. Pretty
Oh
soon we'll be able
my
to fill out a website.
God. That's it. It has to be that. It has to be that. Laurel and Ipsum.
Sure.
Or it could be the Brimstone. Brimstone. I mean,
Oh, we got a lot of potential here.
There's also endless possibilities.
We can always give him a new name every week. I mean, he doesn't have to keep the one.
This is also true.
Oh, you guys better watch out here. Winston is... He's got his
I was gonna
eyes
say,
on
with
little
this-
wandering monster action
I
here.
see
no.
that.
No.
Real life wife will divorce him if he does.
You heard it here first. This is the kind of drama that draws in viewers.
We could also just have Twitch chat decide.
Yes, I think that's fair. Twitch chat. We're looking for a name for the imp. So brainstorm your best ideas. Maybe this imp will reveal what his name is by the end of the stream.
Vote now on your phones.
Votes now.
He's taking his
Alright.
time. He's writing it out in the blood of the fallen on the
Yes.
floor.
Yep.
All right. Rhea charges forward and she's cries out, "I've been training my whole life for this. Well, this and to join. Oh man, I had it on the tip of my tongue. What is the name of
Hell Riders?
No. Your group, your company.
Lorem Gold Shoulder Consulting and Concern.
Yes, she says that. And she charges forward and takes a couple swings with the first attack is a miss. Second attack also a miss. This thing is a lot more nimble, and it's just like evading her pretty well timed shots, but she's just not as quick as this thing. Evangeline is up next. 1 success on a death saving throw. Ballister Fisk is hanging on to Thavius. Bryn, it is your turn.
Alright. Bryn's gonna shout, "A little help here, Laura!" And fire off an Eldritch Blast.
That's a hit.
Hey!
Nice.
What a dirty 20s.
9 points of damage.
Alright. It's my turn.
Redemptions are happening.
Yes.
Alright. Pay the Toll has just redeemed a award a natural 20 on a death saving throw. So that'll come up around next turn for Evangeline. The cultists are up. The cultists are up to no good here. They are grabbing hold of Evangeline by the ankles, by the wrists.
Oh no!
And moving you down the hall. You come to. You're coming to. And you're aware that you're being moved in such a way. But
But I can't, like, yell out at all. I'm just kind of...
You could.
Could try.
Up to, I guess, like, technically your turn hasn't come around yet, so we're not quite,
Okay.
quite there.
We'll call it sleep paralysis.
Civilization.
Somebody knocked that old man unconscious.
Yeah, I keep thinking to have him do that, but, oh, Thavius Krieg again. He's a wily old man. Makes his way. Alright. The devil is in position here to attack. Takes a swing with its claw at Aplos. 24 to hit. 4 points of damage. Another claw on the opposite side of you. 18 misses. And then the tail comes barreling down at you. 25 to hit.
It's the one you don't want.
9 points.
Oh!
Doing some damage to that fancy new armor that you got.
That's a lot of damage.
Lorem.
Bryn called out, so I will go ahead and run up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will just stay there. And, would I be able to peek in the door from there?
Sure.
Okay. I will peek in, see Aplos getting absolutely destroyed, by this hideous creature, and I will immediately back out and flatten against the wall and go, oof. This is worth a shot, and I will go ahead and peek back around real quick and start whispering in the creature's general direction.
Oh.
I wasn't expecting much.
Damage is damage, though.
All right, takes a little bit of psychic damage there off your spell.
Did it actually apply?
Yes.
Okay, it didn't show up on my end. Alright, and that will be my turn.
All right, Aplos.
Well, I've been training for this quite a while too. At least as long as your lifetime. Don't know that it helped though. Maybe that inspiration that I had. 12 probably still not going to do.
No, not quite.
Maybe next time.
Oof.
Think positive. Maybe painful.
The imp is contemplating getting to know you better. Those of you just joining, we were looking for a name for this imp. So if you got ideas for what the imp should be called, we'll call it out at the end of the stream.
So my name's Imposter. That sounds like an imp.
Alright, I'm gonna have the imp do a stealth check, and it's gonna try to follow the direction that the Duke went.
Has advantage, it's already invisible.
Advantage on the stealth. Okay.
Nice.
So that's 13 plus 5, so 18.
Okay.
And fly speed of 40, so 5. So the imp can get right here at 35. Does the imp know, or does the imp see any passage where is there a curtain?
Yeah, there's a curtain right there.
Alright. It's gonna go in less 5 feet.
It's gonna go in?
Yeah.
All right. The barbed tail of the odious, that devil, comes trying to attack him. He can see him. And that stealth check wasn't quite enough.
Alright.
So
I wouldn't know that, so go for it.
Yay, imp!
Yay!
Shoot. Technically, it wouldn't be a disadvantage. What drops? Does a 16 hit?
16
Well,
hits.
actually, that's not the right way to go
Wait,
about
imp's
it.
invisible.
The imp is invisible. However, this
But
devil has
the-
true sight and can see him.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'll just re-roll
no.
that. Okay, an 11
11 misses.
misses.
Woo.
11 misses.
So he gets away.
Imp disappears.
He can see that there is a tunnel here, and at the end of the tunnel there is a ladder that leads up.
Okay. Good to know. Can the imp communicate with me? I think so.
It's a familiar, right?
It's a familiar, yeah.
Yeah, I can communicate telepathically.
Alright, imp will let me know.
Rhea is going to take a couple swings with that crossbow, or the staff, quarterstaff. 21 will hit. Dealing... It's a little bit resistant to the attack, so she puts some damage on him. Second swing. is also a hit. Dealing a total of 4
God
more
for
points
Rhea.
of damage. Alright. Evangeline, you are no longer unconscious. You got 1 hit point. And you're being carried currently.
Okay, so Evangeline is going to attempt to transmute into the form of Van Thamper in hopes that the shock will make them drop her. So I don't know what I need to do to try to do that.
Transmute?
Interesting. Give me... How about an intimidation check?
Okay.
What is happening?
You know how,
Intimidation.
Like, you murdered someone early on? She has secrets too.
That was intelligence, I'm sorry.
You do
That
this.
wasn't intimidation, that was intelligence. But, okay.
Well, you
That's
roll a
okay.
17.
Okay, we'll call it that.
What's your charisma modifier?
My charisma is... Hold on. I'm sorry. It's high, but I don't see it.
Main tab
It's
on the
on
left.
main tab.
bottom
Main
left.
tab. Which one is it?
It would have been
bottom
the
one
same.
on the
It would have been
left.
the same modifier.
It would have been the same.
plus
Yeah,
4.
it's
Yep.
it's plus 4.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you transform into that very brawny old woman, impeccable, perfect. You capture her image perfectly with your transformation, and they both drop you, and they're like, oh, and they're puzzled look on their faces. They're not sure if is this a test. Is this, they don't know exactly what's going on. Now's your moment.
And now I'm going to scold them in her voice and tell them that I'm very disappointed in them and they need to run away right now into a corner and repent of their slight against me and be
Okay.
very intimate.
So this is going to be a different skill check because this is a little bit more than shocking them. Now you're actually assuming the persona. So give me a deception check.
Okay.
Ooh.
What did you tell them to do? Go.
I told them to go far away from me and
Far away from
repent of... Yes.
There's a look of deference in both of their faces. They're still puzzled. You can tell they're not exactly sure what's going on, but stranger things have happened to these guys. So, and they're definitely afraid of the persona that you've just donned. So, yeah. Fallister Fisk has had enough, and he's gonna take a swing. But I don't know if anyone's even really there to see this confrontation between these two.
I was like, I don't even see him. What map is he on? Oh,
I know. Something is happening.
Bryn, it is your turn.
Alright. Same thing, I guess. Boy. No.
That one's a miss.
Alright. I should just step right here. Oh. Okay.
Alright. The two cultists open up this door right here and go inside. And they're kind of checking their back, just still in disbelief, kind of taking one last look. This one's going to actually make a check. See if he disbelieves this or not.
What's the disbelief?
Yeah, and he kind of looks up at you, and you give him like the dirtiest, the perfect look. That's exactly what she would have done, and he's seen that look before, so he kind of scurries away. They close this door here. Thavius Krieg.
Are we missing the old man fight? Dang it! Dang it!
Not seeing the grappling and the.
I like how it's like we're all fighting this barbed devil and Evangeline doing whatever she's doing, and then cut to back
So
in the sewers.
this old man, Thavius Krieg, breaks away again, and he's coming down the hallway, and he sees you, Evangeline, or
Yeah.
Duke Van Tamper, and he says,
Oh,
"You promised to protect me! You promised!" And then he ducks through this door right here.
well, at least we have a guilt admission now.
Yes.
Yep.
The barbed devil, or the devil here is taking a claw attack at Rhea. Hits her. Deals 7 damage to her. Claw at Aplos. That's a 23 to hit. 4 points of damage. And then the tail at Aplos. It's an 18.
Woo!
Which misses. Laurel.
Alright. It just started raining cats and dogs, and I have windows open, so I have to go check that real quick. I'm gonna hand Lorem to Casey. All I can do is vicious mockery. How about it?
I look forward to this vicious mockery.
That's a wisdom saving throw, I believe.
I believe you.
Alright, he fails. Oh, wait. It's a magical effect. He's got advantage on that.
No.
He still fails. He gets an 11.
Still
Yay.
fails. Well, I feel like I would make a barbed remark, except you're already barbed.
It's so bad that it hurts his mind.
Yeah, I think that's it. He leans out, does that, pulls back in.
Let's see. I think I can find the damage here.
It's like a
There we go.
D4, yeah.
Boom. 2 points of damage. Aplos.
Good show. Yes. So then I hit him like this, maybe? No, perhaps not. I'll figure it out. It's hard hitting something that's all pointy.
It is.
Alright. Imp is up.
Alright, let's see how this works. Okay. It's not. The Imp's gonna look up. Is it a trapdoor?
I have to look.
Consult the Book of Armaments.
The number thou shalt count to is 3.
It is a trapdoor, but it's open.
Okay. Yeah, I send it in, but there we don't have to worry about bringing another map.
Are you sure? It's like monitors. Okay, we got 2 maps. That's pretty good. Let's get a 3rd map in here.
Alright.
Yay!
But,
Challenge
yeah.
accepted.
Yeah. No, I think that's probably fair. We'll hold off on bringing the map up, but I'll give you the description of what you're looking at, or rather what you're looking at through your imp's eyes. Basically, he's popping up into a stable house. There are 4 horses in here in stalls. There's hay littered everywhere. And there is a set of double doors that lead out, the sliding barn door style type of thing. They're kind of slightly ajar. They're not fully open, but clearly, like, you know, one of the people that has gone up here, likely the Duke herself, has opened it up and gone, and it goes outside. You can see daylight. I think it makes sense that it's actually daytime right now.
Been down here for a while.
Yeah, but it was nighttime when you originally went to the bathhouse, but then you retreated back up, you took a rest, and went back down, so I think it's probably, like, still at least daylight out.
Late afternoon.
Like, yeah, afternoon or early evening time frame. So Rhea is going to take a couple swings with her...
Come on, Rhea!
Yeah, she hits twice.
MVP.
4 points and 1 point.
We have a new star employee of the month. Y'all need to step up your game. She's been with us for 30 minutes.
She deserves a bonus.
Evangeline.
Okay, so I am going to move forward to the doors, and I'm going to yell in as Van Thamper and say, "This man has betrayed you!" and kind of like shut the doors, but try to draw attention to Thaddeus and...
Okay. Okay.
I need popcorn. It's getting good.
Ballister comes running up and he says, I have to throw a roll to see if does he think you're her or not, because that could be bad, right?
Right, yeah. It's worth it.
Luckily, Fallister is no dummy.
He makes the connections.
Well, he's still like, he's looking at you, and he's like, do you think this is really the best way to handle him? We need to grab a hold of him.
I think that our demon friend will do what we need to have done.
I think you're making a lot of assumptions. And then that's the conversation that you two have. Bryn, it is your turn.
Alright, did Bryn hear that shouting?
Yes.
Okay. Then Bryn mentally says, Imp, she's down here. Come get her. And then I'm gonna fire... This devil. Oops.
Your Eldritch Blast miss. Alright. Thavius Krieg. He's going for the ladder. And then the devil here is taking a couple of swings. One at Rhea. Misses. Aplos. 23 to hit. 8 points of damage.
Oh.
And the tail misses. Lorem.
Ooh. Well, I'm going to do the only thing I can do, and I'm going to very sheepishly peek around the door frame and just go, I thought Mortlock was ugly! And then cast vicious mockery at him.
The devil in Infernal replies, who the hell's Mortlock?
Alright, yeah, that's my turn.
Alright. Aplos.
Aplos is just gonna keep trying to figure out how to poke a pincushion.
There's a hit.
And
Alright.
Oh! I see. Go between the ow.
And the one hit point you had left.
Definitely tell that your blade is not cleaving through this thing as easily as those cultists earlier. It's got some resistance. Imp.
Alright, Imp's gonna come down the ladder so right where we see the Imp.
Alright. Comes down, he sees this old man.
Yeah, can't pass up this opportunity, so I'm gonna try to grapple this old man.
He's like, wait, we can work this out. Alright, strength checks.
Strength check, huh? 13.
Yep, you got him. Oh, stop!
And then the Imp's gonna start like whispering in. So here.
What was that? You cut out.
Yeah, you cut out for a second.
Sorry,
we didn't.
Froze.
we all chopped
Yeah.
up.
Wait, yeah.
Sorry.
No.
I'm digging the freeze frames.
That's alright. You go ahead and type in the chat what he whispered, and we'll make sure to add it to the minutes of this session of Descent into Avernus.
Pretty sure he whispers, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Rhea gets one hit on the devil. Deals 2 points of damage to him. Evangeline, it is your turn.
Okay, so I am going to open the doors and come in the room. No time to and take a shot at the devil and hope people will understand. You're real dangerous here. No. I just like rolled into the nothingness. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Empty archetype has a pretty good name here for the imp. Lucy, short for Lucifer.
Ah, nice.
Alright, 18, that'll
Does
hit.
18 hit?
Yep,
Okay.
you got sneak attack on this because you got some allies there.
Oh, I sneak on this too. Yeah, it did. Alright. Why did that not work? Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Oh, there
There
goes.
it is.
Yay.
Arrow pierces through its body.
And then this is asking a lot, but as a bonus action, can I turn back into Evangeline's form?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that.
All right.
That just raises more questions.
I don't remember. Did you all give Fallister any weapons?
I think he
Dagger?
was armed.
I think he got
Yeah, I
like
think he has a
force
dagger.
staff or a dagger.
He has a dagger. Okay. He says he runs forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that's enough. He takes that dagger and he kind of gives it a kiss and he whips it forward. And he hits.
Nice.
And he's gonna get some sneak attack damage on that himself.
Oh.
Nice.
And 7 points of damage to the devil. Bryn.
Alright. Can you all hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Oh, I'm doing really well today.
It's like,
That's my turn.
yay!
Performance anxiety in front of another warlock.
Yeah.
It's really shaking her confidence. She could
What?
do 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Why can't I cast 2 Eldritch Blasts? The obvious Krieg is just basically cowled. This imp is whispering in Infernal, and he's just, it's not really like a grapple of strength necessarily, but he's afraid of this thing. He's like, oh master, I apologize for any wrongdoing. I pledge my life to you. He's just going on and on in the crawl space there. Now the devil here is taking a few swings. One at Rhea hits. Rhea takes 4 points of damage. She's still up.
Go, Ray, go!
A 17 misses Aplos, but then the tail. Oh, the tail.
Oh, not the tail.
19 misses.
Oh my goodness.
Laurel.
Alright. I'm going to, once again, I'm just gonna keep at it. I'm just gonna poke my head around in and go, you hit less frequently than we do!
No.
No! Alright, okay, that's it.
That was a little hurtful, actually, to me.
Sorry,
Shaking her
Nicholas.
confidence.
Oh. Well, I could try and do better, I suppose. Perhaps. No. Okay, that's fine.
Wow.
It's tough love, Aplos.
Imp's turn.
Yeah.
We don't have any healing potions left, do we?
Nope.
No.
Not unless the audience wants to buy you some.
Alright.
XP store is open, folks.
Fall from the sky.
The imp is gonna continue grab.
Alright. Rhea.
Raya.
She can't do it, no one.
Quite literally.
Hits. She gets 1 hit. 5 points of damage, max damage.
Yeah,
Max that
Raya.
So we need to see.
Evangeline.
Okay, I'm just going to try to take another shot at him.
Nice.
And I think sneak attack is still on. I didn't check, but I'm going to assume it.
No, it's
No, it
not.
wasn't. Okay.
That's all right.
Should I just throw it again?
Sure.
Okay. And then I'm going to call out to Aplos and give him some help and say, "You can do it, Aplos! I believe in you!" And that's my turn.
When you shoot your short bow, an arrow hits like the spine of this thing, and it kind of reaches back and kind of this object like pops out of its mouth, and the healing potion drops on the floor behind Aplos and Leia.
Yeah!
Meant to do that.
That's what we need.
Fallister Fisk is looking back at you, Evangeline. He's like, "You got something else? Toss me a weapon! Toss me a weapon!"
Okay.
So then
I'm going
you'll have to do it
Yeah.
like on your turn.
on my next turn. Okay, yeah.
Bryn.
Alright. Okay. This is it.
Feel it.
I can feel it.
That's a hit.
That's pretty good.
Hey!
Nice.
Finally.
Davius continues to be cowled by the imp, and then it's the devil's turn.
Oh boy.
Claw on Rhea. Misses. Claw on Aplos. Misses. And then the tail is a 25.
Oh!
Good night.
12 points of damage.
Night time.
Laurel.
I was cowering behind the door jamb, so I know nothing of this health potion.
Oh no!
It's in the middle of the floor. You can see it pretty prominently.
So I will poke my head out, about to fling another insult, and I will see that and go, "Oh!" And then I will look at Aplos and go, "Oh!" And I will go ahead and dash for the health potion and uncork it and take my action just to pour that right down Aplos' throat.
2d4 plus 2.
Hey!
Aplos is no longer unconscious.
I will go ahead and take the rest of my movement and get right back where I was. And that's my turn.
Back to cowering.
Aplos is like standing up. He's like, "How can you all stand doing that every night? It's horrible." And then he will swing with advantage at the demon. And
Somehow still miss.
Just wow.
Dear sweet Aplos.
It's that's it.
All right. Anything from the imp other than keeping Thavius in control?
I think
Check.
the imp's loving it. Yeah, imp's just gonna keep Davius in check.
All right. Rhea's got a nat 1 and a 16, so one hit. Deals max damage. Evangeline.
Okay. I am going to toss my rapier at Fisk and say, "Here, use this."
Slide it along the floor.
Yeah, get it to him there. And then I'm gonna take one more shot at the devil.
Now remember, you can bonus action hide so that you can get advantage on the shot.
Oh, can I? Okay, then I'll hide. Yeah, let me do that. Let me bonus action hide for advantage.
Does
Do
she
I just need to go
not
like
get-
right here?
Oh, she doesn't have advantage. Oh, well. Okay.
She'll have sneak attack, but not.
I'll
you
have
know,
sneak attack, but not advantage.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you
so
get
if
the
I hide,
advantage,
then I'll
then
have
you
advantage.
can.
Okay,
you can,
yeah, so
you
I'll
know,
take.
increase
I'll-
your chances of getting that crit.
Yes. Okay. So
Sweet,
yeah,
sweet
I'll.
crit.
Yes. All right, I will do that. I will hide, and I think the sneak attack is on, and then.
So give me a stealth check, just because this
A
guy.
stealth check.
Yep, he's
Okay.
got a pretty decent.
He
passive
is good.
perception.
I know. All right. Let's see.
If you got nothing else to do with your bonus action, you might
Oh,
as
like
well
but
try.
that advantage. Sorry.
Oh,
Yep. So you got advantage on the attack roll.
Okay.
you disappear. Merged with the
Okay.
shadows.
Okay. Let's see. Okay.
Pay the toll. You got a good name. Go ahead and type us a name. All right, that's a hit.
Not quite a crit. So close. Close. All right. And that's my turn.
Ballister picks up that rapier and moves ahead. He has cunning action himself, so I think this thing's flanking. He's gonna take a stealth check. Not gonna be enough, but he gave it a try. He's gonna take a swing with the rapier, and unfortunately he misses.
Damn.
Bryn.
Alright. Same thing. And same thing. So,
Go
Octavius, cowering, barbed devil. Claw at Rhea, misses. A claw at Aplos, misses.
Oh,
And then that tail goes unpredictably down at Fisk.
oh,
Hits
no.
right through his chest. Oh, and he's bleeding out, but he like rips it out.
oh no! Don't do the Steve Irwin. No.
Laurel, it is your turn.
I am going to. I'm
Sorry,
going.
we've got suggestions for Motley, Zahn, and Doug the Imp.
Tug.
Doug. What an
Definitely
infernal
Doug.
name, Doug.
I kind of like it, but
I like it too.
Sidekick Quill man.
Okay, I am going to. Oh, this is a dangerous game I'm going to be playing. Oh. Okay, well, we're all going to die anyways, so I'm going to. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to get right up here. We're all gonna.
you've been watching Bryn too often.
I can't do anything else. We're all going to die anyways. So let's go out in a blaze of glory.
I like this new Laurel.
Yeah, Laurel. Getting
I'm going to go
inspired
ahead
by
and.
Rhea.
Yes, very much so.
Torm compels you.
I'm gonna go ahead and take my rapier, which never gets any use. and
Rhea's
stab at him.
like, nice try, boss!
Thanks. And that's it. That's my turn. I have a better chance of hitting that one than Vicious Mockery, so...
Aplos is like just standing there like, yeah, and he's like looks around, he's like, bang, bang, I can do this all day, and he gets up in the devil's face, swings again, and all day long, just keeps swinging. Never have to worry about knocking anybody down.
I can do this all day!
Imp.
Imp's staying where the imp is.
Oh yeah, Imp has a good.
Imp has a good, yeah. Got an old man bowing down to him. Doesn't happen in the 9 hell.
So, it's Rhea's turn, and I just realized something about Lorum's ability. It goes away as soon as she takes damage.
Oh.
So, it's in this moment. She's seen Aplos miss a number of times, and now Lorum like went forward and made this like feeble rapier attack. She's like, oh. She's still like, she's got Torm within her heart, and so she's still like fighting, but you can tell there's like this disillusionment a little bit about this feeling that she's had for the past 30 minutes or so. And she takes a couple swings with that.
Little letdown.
Yeah, that sounds on brand. That's on brand.
And again, max damage.
Yeah.
Woo! She's still a fighter, though.
Evangeline.
Okay, I am going to try to hide again. Do I need to do a stealth check?
You do.
Okay.
Not gonna be stealth, but then you can take your shot.
Okay.
Normal shot.
Okay. All right. So I'll take my shot.
Shoot his shot.
Shoot your shots.
All right.
It's a hit. You got sneak attack.
Yeah, I have sneak attack on it.
All right, another arrow. It's just like, in addition to the barbs of its natural body, it's almost got like this other spine that's like growing along its back from your arrows.
And I'm gonna shout out to Lorum and give him some help and be like, "You're doing great! Just, hit him!" And that's my turn.
Rhea looks over. Yeah, hit him! Come on.
Oh, shut up, you!
Damn.
Fallister's gonna make an attempt at a stealth check here. No go, but he's gonna take the swing. And he'll hit.
Nice.
So that is going to be total of 6 points of damage after resistance. This thing is all sorts of marred and cut up. It's still on its feet, still pretty ferocious, but it's starting to showing the wares of battle. Bryn, it is your turn.
Alright, so Bryn just saw Laurel run in there. And she's gonna be like up against him and go, okay. She's gonna take a step in to an Eldritch Blast. It's gonna go wide, but she's gonna keep running. He can't get all of us!
Oh my god.
That's my turn.
I feel like you...
That's... Oh, Miss Bryn!
The devil immediately, you run into the just out instinct sees you and is like, wow, he's gonna try to hit you. 23 to hit.
Just hits.
5
Poor
points
Brett.
of damage. Claw attack at Rhea. Misses. Oh, no. I keep forgetting she does not have her armor on. So that actually will hit.
Oh.
Rhea is just like looking like little bit too much paying attention to what y'all are doing. And she gets hit and she collapses to the ground. And that tail, again, like it just removed itself from Fisk's chest. He takes a swing and hits it. Again, goes stabbing backwards at him. 19 hits. And he takes 6 points of damage. Laurel.
You're muted, I think.
I will go ahead and watch Rhea fall and go, fuck it for Rhea! And then I'll go ahead and take a stab at him.
You hit?
Hey!
Woohoo!
Least amount of damage possible.
It's a paper cut, but you did some damage.
Alright, yeah, that'll be my turn. Shame she wasn't conscious to see it.
Yeah, it would have been very impressive.
Oh, Mr. Rhea, you missed it. And he reaches down and he does a lay on hands, gives her a hit point. Oh, you just, Mr. Lorem, no, you just won't believe it.
That looks.
You just had to do it again.
He's having the time of his life, so I'm there.
Alright. Reyes, with great effort, she pulls herself back up with the quarterstaff, and she is right back into the action. She doesn't miss a beat.
Nope, she got an unconscious on.
Yeah. Let's see, we'll just redo that. Hit. And hit.
Nice. I'm helping.
5 on the first one, and 2 on the second one.
Still up.
Still up. That's Angelina.
This is your moment.
Pressure. Alright, I'm gonna try again. If I get it. Stealth out there. Nope. Alright. But I am gonna do another sneak attack.
Absolutely.
My short.
Yeah, we're all on that bar level.
That's a hit.
Woo!
This is it. This is it.
Damage.
It's still up.
Ah! And I'm gonna throw some help over to Aplos this time. Be like, you got this! I know you do!
What have I, chopped liver?
Ballister Fisk, no good on the stealth check. He takes a swing, misses. He's lots of blood. He's looking real pale from the 2 puncture wounds that he's suffered from the tail. Bryn.
Alright, first action, using my refined dagger to the Barb Devil.
That's a hit.
Alright. Oops, that was at Ballister by accident. But
We're gonna quick rewind.
If you're using that dagger, this makes sense.
yeah, sorry, it was 4 magical piercing to the barbed devil.
And yeah, you can tell that this actually pierces through its skin quite a bit easier than the weapons that you've seen your friends trying to attack it with.
Okay, then bonus action, I'll take out my and hit it.
That's a hit.
Nice.
My average is better with my daggers than my Eldritch Blast. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Alright, she's in blood frenzy mode right now. Stab, 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 stab.
Oh yeah, we know all about that mode.
Yeah.
Oh!
Actually, you don't, because you didn't see it.
Claws out. Swing at Rhea is a hit.
Oh!
She goes down.
No.
Swing at Bryn. Hits.
No.
8 points of damage, and then the tail is again going backwards at Fisk. Hits. Fallister Fisk is... He takes a third one of these, and he's down on one knee, but he's still up. He's just coughing up blood. Lorem.
I will go ahead and take another stab at him.
That one's a miss.
Nope.
Did you use help already? I gave you help a couple of rounds ago.
It only applies to like the next
So it's not
round.
like the next round.
And,
Okay.
I think you've been
I
using your
forgot.
bonus action to stealth.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, well, that's my turn.
Apollos.
Oh! Oh, Miss Rhea! No, he really did the last time. Oh, you're down again. Here you go. There you are. See? Just keep at it. Eventually, one of us will fall down. Stay down, I suppose. That's it.
All right, Imp. People are digging Doug. Okay.
Doug it is. Alright. Yeah, and we'll just continue. Kneel down.
You could say, we dig Doug.
We
dig
dig
Doug.
Dig Doug. Yes.
Point
Say
of
it.
inspiration for Lorem.
Yeah!
That's what we need. That's what we need.
Rhea stands up again. A swing, a miss. A second swing hits. Dealing. Just, you can see she like swings and hits, connects, but the quarterstaff shatters on impact.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Evangeline.
Okay. So I'm just gonna try to take a shot. I think. Let's see. And
That's a hit. You have sneak attack on this.
okay. Let me see if it actually is it on. I
Yep.
think I put it on. Yeah, I did. Okay.
Tell me how it ends.
Woo!
All right, so y'all just see the arrow come through, and this one is gonna go just right through his throat, and that's the end.
Right
Just kind
through
of
the
limps
throat.
over.
There's this black ichor that's like pouring forth, and the thing is still like in anger, trying to swing wildly until it finally it's seizuring and seizuring, and then it drops down. And at that point, it actually like kind of right, just the same way that you saw it come into this world. There's like this black miasma that absorbs it and it disappears.
Oh,
Well,
Well then,
gracious.
oh that was a good shot, Miss Evangeline.
Thank you.
Oh, he hits rather hard.
still
we're
alive,
going,
right?
we're going after the
Yes.
Duke, right? I heard her voice over here. Go down this corridor.
Yes, I suppose we ought to.
The thing is, though, I don't know that we're in the shape to go after her, and maybe we should regroup
Well,
first.
yes, but there is the problem of her house guards. It's only been a few seconds, and if we're lucky, perhaps we could catch her up wherever that
there.
is heading. But if we wait, well, it's going to look rather bad for us.
Agreed.
Oh, and here, Miss Rhea, and he takes his big sword out of the scabbard and looks at the coins for seconds, like, and then hands the big sword to Rhea. So she now has a great sword.
You can see her like kind of testing out its weight, and you can tell she's very comfortable with this weapon. She's like, this is a lot like the one that I used to use before I was captured. I wonder where my blade is."
You noticed it was actually styled after the great swords of the Hell Riders. Did they do a good job? They told me they did.
She holds it up for inspection. This is impeccable work.
Oh, yes. Well, my family only employs the best, and they did have quite a lot of time to look for an artisan. But I guess we should be going though.
Yes, I guess.
Well, we probably should do something with that one.
Oh yes, what is going on out there?
Rhea, she's wounded, but she hears those same. She hears the voice of Thavius, and she goes over to inspect it. And what she beholds is Thavius kind of like prostrating himself towards this devilish creature, and you can see that this is like blowing her mind as her jaw drops.
I'm just gonna walk up and around the corner, go, "I told you," and then slink back behind the corner.
Fisk is just holding his wounds. He's bleeding quite badly, and he says, We haven't found the puzzle box. I need to find it. I need to bring something back."
Perhaps, well,
Could you have him sign a confession of some sort instead of the puzzle box?
Oh, that can be
no.
arranged. And I pull out a parchment scroll. Out of my
My employer is not interested in his guilt. It is. She studies the outer planes. She's interested in the magics of the deal. She wishes to study it.
Well, ask him where it is. He seems willing to talk at this point.
And you can hear from the
Doug
hallway.
commands it.
He says, "I don't know where she's kept it. Okay, I admit it. I was involved with El Terrell's disappearance. I didn't know what would happen."
Father Krieg. For shame.
It all started many years ago. I was trying to save El Terrell.
Save it.
Back in the day, many years ago, we were under threat of an undead plague, all originating from a vampire. Our city was overtaken. People were beginning to distrust each other. I called out for help, and I answered. Someone answered that call. That was the day that the companion originated. We were gifted it. It was a gift from Zariel. She bathed the city in light and drove the undead away.
The companion is infernal in origin?
Yes!
Ah. Huh. That's well, I feel like we've had a bit of a breakthrough, and you're turning a corner here, working towards improving things. Maybe you could give us some ideas to how to fix this.
Also, who's Zariel?
Oh, that's a demon. All the eels are. Devil.
Devil? Well, that's not great. What kind of idiot makes a pact with the devil?
I don't know.
I was desperate.
Especially without reading it first? I mean, come on.
You can all make insight checks. Lorem, you can just tell he's begging for sympathy. He's begging for you to feel sorry for him, that he had no choice but to make this deal.
Oh, come on. Really? Aren't you supposed to be some all-powerful cleric? Couldn't you just turn undead for several miles?
I did what I had to protect El Terrell.
Oh, stop it. No, you didn't. You wanted to get on top. It's clear as day.
Well, fine. You don't believe me? That's your business. What will you do with me?
Well,
What's done is done. Just let me go. I'm a nobody
Oh.
anymore. El Terrell is gone. I'm of no threat.
Mr. Laurel, I have an idea.
yes?
He could be helpful. I believe I've heard that Father Krieg once had fairly remarkable healing powers. Perhaps he could help us heal up, and in doing such a good deed, put himself on the right path. He's a cleric.
Did you really ever have powers to begin with?
Look, I'm tired. I have been down here a long time. You must believe me, please.
No. You've not said one truth since we first encountered you.
I am at your mercy.
No, you're at hers, and I'm gonna point at Rhea.
And she, her face is full of conflict. And she moves ahead, and she is kind of point blank with him. And she pulls out her pointer finger, And you can tell that
Whoa.
for her, this is, for her to take this tone with such a religious icon is truly a movement in what she's believing about him. And she says, I'm very much with Aplos. If you are the holy man that you say you are, help us. Look at Fisk is very much wounded. Can't you help him? And the father, Thavius, is just wringing his hands. Oh, I've been away for so long. And she's, you are a coward. All this time, you've been this charlatan. And you could tell his face is flush red. He's embarrassed by being exposed like this. And he just turns away in shame.
Now, Father, remember, when one's knee-deep in poo, it's time to plant the seeds of tomorrow's garden. So...
What?
Is that some elven phrasing?
I don't think it translates well into common, but yes, it is.
All right, you heard Aplos. Let's go find a pile of poo to stick in.
We've got plenty.
In the sewer, so...
Well,
This wisdom that you speak of, it makes no sense to me. Here's some wisdom for you. The Duke, she's up there right now, likely corralling her men. It is not safe, we must go.
Okay, that sounds like good advice.
True. And I am hurting just a bit.
I don't think we're going to get any healing out of this man, Aplos. I think we better just run.
It's okay, Aplos. I am very wounded too, so solidarity.
Well, I suppose we could fall back, perhaps talk to the guild, and we could turn Father Krieg here over to the Fist. He certainly would serve as evidence and a witness, or at least building a case.
Yeah.
We already gave the guild what they wanted. We can give the Flaming Fist what they want as well.
I'm good with that.
There's also that giant chest that we were looking around.
Oh yes, that's just back over here. It feels heavier now. Perhaps it's the lack of blood.
I will help with the chest.
So you can definitely hear that there is activity happening up top.
Yeah, we should go.
And as you're making your way, Thavius he is dragging his feet, and you're weighed down by the chest, and Thavius is like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. I think I'm getting that you guys want to backtrack through the sewer the way you came in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I vote Rhea just gags Thavius and throws him over her shoulder. She's strong. She can do it.
She can.
I think that'd be awesome.
Either way, he's being so uncooperative, he is slowing you down.
I'm gonna take the while he's tied up, I'm gonna ask Rhea to restrain him, and then I am going to go ahead and just jump up and take the pommel of my dagger and just right in the back of the head. Non-lethal damage. I'm not trying to kill him, but just out.
So you
like
knock him out.
I feel happy.
Yeah. Even still, if your plan is to take this dead weight and that treasure chest, you're going to be pursued. for sure by Duke Van Thamper. So this is a choice you got to make, whether it's worth your while.
And we have no lockpicks. Anyone?
I have a lockpick. We can open it.
Yeah, let's try that real quick.
Okay, let's try to open it.
Okay, but I mean, you have foot soldiers like on your heels.
Come on, get
Yeah,
us.
we don't
So
have
if
a
you-
lot of time.
So we don't have
If
time
you're
to
gonna
open
sit
it.
here and pick this lock,
They're gonna
Sorry.
come.
yeah.
Take the old man,
So I
damn it.
guess we'll
Don't
drop,
fight,
we'll
take him.
drop the chest. Go, go, go.
Hit him again.
Can we put the chest in the bag of holding? And then go claim it later?
I don't think they'd give it to us.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how it works, but you could definitely
We could gift them just as
Well,
a sign of goodwill.
I don't know. This chest, I believe, it was like medium size, so the chest
I think we
itself
we
wouldn't fit in
considered
the
doing
bag.
that.
But
Yeah.
All right, running.
All right, we're running. We'll drop
Okay.
it.
Run away!
you're dropping the chest, or you're dropping Thavius.
No, I want.
Okay.
Well, he's gonna slow us down too.
If you don't have the chest, if you're dropping the chest and then you're going to team deal with him, that's maybe possible to get away.
Oh, we could put Thavius in the bag and take the chest with us.
Hey!
I don't know if I want to give him to the guilds or if he survives the trip.
What would they do with them? That's a good question. They already gave me one thing. I don't know what they're going to do with.
Just empowering.
I'm gonna veto. I'm making it. As leader of this venture, I'm going to make an executive decision and veto that.
The guild on the other side is going to be like, do they think we're into human trafficking? Like, we're evil, but come on!
Unconscious old man that's come through.
Yeah, no. So yeah, the chest. If there's anywhere inconvenient to retrieve, we can put it wherever it's inconvenient to retrieve. So like,
Just
if one of
throw
those
it in
sewer,
with the shit.
yeah, if one of those
Yeah.
sewer tunnels looks
Sure.
like it goes down somewhere, be like that one.
Sure. So you're going to be able to do that. You've got enough of a lead as long as you don't dilly-dally and do things like try to pick the lock. You'll be fine, and you make your way through the. Once you get out of the complex, it's a maze. These sewer trails, so you'll be able to make your way out. And your plan is to head to the Flaming Fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
All right. I think in terms of where the story will go, it probably will make sense for us to pick up with that at the start of the next session rather than do it right now.
Okay.
So you have escaped. You
Barely.
this evening are making your way towards to seek an audience with Captain Zaj to let him know what you've learned. You've learned a lot, and you've even got a very interesting captive that they will be very have a lot of questions about, and you might be able to fill in some of the answer to those questions for them. So yeah, you can all go to what? You're all level 3 right now, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you go to level 4.
Ooh.
Ooh, level 4 is big. I got choices.
You were all so worried about Duke Van Thamper, and
I know, he
really,
just runs off.
that's the devil is what you had to worry about.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I guess it's fitting for this adventure.
Oh, man.
Oh wow.
That
I'm
was
surprised we lived.
So
Me
many twists and
too.
threes.
I know.
That,
Yeah, I was running on 1 hit point that entire fight. So I'm like, I gotta stay up here far away from that tail and Fingers
I-
crossed.
I have to say, when I was expecting you to like disengage and then dash, and when you did, you were like, I'm gonna attack the devil. I was like, holy shit. Okay.
Yep. Gonna hold him up. I was like, if I can hold him up here as long as.
Eh,
Well,
did
maybe
pretty good job at the door for a while.
Yeah, I was impressed. Secretly really buff.
Yeah.
Too bad no one was there to witness.
Oh, I'm sure
No.
I'm sure you're secretly a lot of things.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah, I suppose Fisk is really the only one that saw you really shape change or change
Yeah.
forms, and I think based on that character, I don't know that he's gonna be. He's pretty discreet, so.
Yeah, I don't.
She said he was
Plus, he lost
spy,
a lot of
right?
blood.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of blood, so he could just be all delusional about what was going on. You know.
I don't know. There was that moment in the doorway where you're like, I'm not going to have time to explain this. And then you change back to yourself.
But I don't know if y'all saw me. You're far away.
I didn't.
I did
See?
not.
I was 2 rooms away.
Not sure who even saw me.
Aplos is the only one, and we already are suspect about him because of the cookies incident.
Yeah, consensus cannot be trusted.
He's hit in the head a lot. Come on.
It does. Just didn't want anyone to take a shot at me while I was there.
Oh.
Well, I had a lot of fun with that. We were at 13 rounds of combat. It's been a long time since I've seen a combat go for
Yeah.
13 rounds, so that's pretty cool.
13, our lucky number. Oh boy.
Yay!
It's just omens as far as the activity.
I was just
There's
taking a
way to
look
edit
here.
you.
Let's see. Thanks everyone for hanging out with us here tonight on 20 Sides to Every Story. This has been every other week we play Descent into Avernus. And we're just about to. We're very close to getting to the Avernus part of Descent into Avernus.
Ooh.
We're hanging on.
Actually, you were supposed to be level 4 when you go into this area, but because of the way things played out, we skipped a big piece of.
Don't tell us that.
It felt a little
So-
like we should have been higher level.
So,
We're
so what you're
scrappy.
saying is that that's going to be a thing. Under-leveled whole campaign.
No, it'll be
no,
fine.
no,
Just
no.
look around
It'll balance out by the time you get to Avernus, but
You say that, but
I say that because I know where the milestones are. But
That's true.
there was a section of the story that we didn't do because of how things happened in the bathhouse, and so
Oh, interesting.
It impacted our level ups.
assuming we won't skip future milestones as well.
Right.
I mean, I don't know that, but so you should feel good, I guess, that you accomplished what you did down here with that. So
Without an ability score improvement, that's impressive.
We did good.
What else? So tomorrow night we have Curse of Strahd every Thursday, not excluding Thanksgiving. We're not going to play Curse of Strahd on Thanksgiving. But tomorrow they are returning back to Vallaki, and I'm sure it'll just be a conflict-free, smooth ride into Vallaki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, didn't the new rulership have a son that had an incident with one of the party members? Like
Indeed. There was a
Bang.
little bit of murder, or not murder, but there was some collateral damage towards one of her. One of
It
her
was kind of
sons.
murder.
It was kind of murder. He wasn't really all that strong. he was just kind of a bit of a doof and happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that's just kind of the story of Curse of Strahd, right? Being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So that should be fun. I'm trying to think. I think we've got Eberron happening. I think Winston's game, Eberron game, is happening on Monday. I think they're every other Monday. I could be wrong on that.
Let me look real quick.
And then we have Zombie Joe's game will be on Tuesday. And these are all the games that are happening before Extra Life next Friday. So if you want to support the Children's Hospital of Wisconsin and see all of us playing D&D for 24 hours, come check out the channel on Black Friday. November 29th. We'll be playing Teal Manor for 24 hours, so come back. There's going to be giveaways. We'll be doing, definitely got some t-shirt giveaways that we're going to do. I think Zombie Joe is bringing some Adventurers League swag. I think we've got some books, some D&D books we might be giving away, so I haven't quite done inventory of all the things that we've got in store, but as we hit different milestones of raising money throughout the broadcast, we'll be doing some giveaways to have some fun with y'all throughout the day, so, and evening and morning. So, all right, speaking of Extra Life, why don't we go and drop a raid on the Extra Life channel. I think they're playing, like, Minecraft or something. Could be kind of fun, a little change of pace. So, thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us. We'll see you all soon.